So Tina will be right back. Until then, we get to listen to her TV. Hi, TG, if you're still here. What's up, girl? And welcome everyone to Wicked Wednesdays, because I'm tired of that damn camel. So they can keep their camel. Don't care. Wicked Wednesdays.
I'm back.
Hi, Wendy. Welcome back, Tina.
Oh, and we're live. Hello, everybody. Sorry.
Yeah, you took that long.
Oh, my goodness. I took 3 minutes.
Well, I told you only had 2.
I know, you and your punctuality.
It isn't. I know, right? Well, it's either that or I missed the streams. I missed the live stream completely. Hi, Willow.
Hello.
Well, I'm either on time or I sleep through my lives. So I think I'll go for on time.
Okay, on time it is.
Hey, Scarlett. Wendy.
As long as I don't get sucked down another rabbit hole, Tina.
Yes,
I'm sure I can lead you down another one at some point.
I'm sure you will too. Come on.
What images are we going to search for today?
None. No images, no ringtones, no wallpapers. No. No.
Oh, shucks.
Although I have to show off the wallpaper that because of the rabbit hole, I did get. Hold on. I'm actually going to make myself big for this, so pay attention. It doesn't happen that often. See them?
What are they?
It is Baby Groot and Grogu.
Yeah.
Oh. It looked like a hedgehog and a limb with eyeballs.
That's my lock screen. And I have like a weird galaxy storm kind of thing from my home screen. On my new phone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And my phone case is coming today, and it will be sitting on my porch for a while because my son's not home. Although, Tina, if I have to use the emergency pizza money and the delivery for the Amazon deliveries here, I can always have the pizza delivery person hand the other package to me too.
Well, yeah.
Be like, excuse me.
Do you mind?
Could you move that over here and hand it to me? It's amazing how helpful some people get when you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he doing, Wendy?
Yeah, Wendy, who has a link but is not on the stream right now. Why? Every time. Why? No, we're not looking for gnome pictures, Wendy. No.
We've done that already.
You mean I spent the last half hour looking for neat images for nothing? Well, I didn't know you were going live today, and I got the 30-minute notification. I was like, oh, shit, I better find some stuff.
I sent it to you earlier today.
I was asleep earlier today.
Oh. Well, I only set up the stream around 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, she was procrastinating.
I haven't set up Saturdays yet.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, Wendy. We know you like the picture, Wendy. Hey, Wendy, you can't see what I'm doing right now, but... Oh, because being on the panel is so stressful. Apparently, as soon as I go live, it turns into motorcycle week on my street.
Right?
Unbelievable.
So is Toad relaxing
I'm not
or
mad at you,
is he
Wendy.
gaming?
It's the same thing with him. The two go together. Bless you.
Mhm. Yep, I'll agree with that.
See, I don't know how long we'll be live today because I have 5 cigarettes left.
I told you. Pace yourself.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
Pace it. Pace it. Pace it. Pace it.
So that's like all you have, or you just don't have that more than that many rolled?
No, that's
No,
all I
that's
have.
all that she had left for tobacco. The tobacco is on its way.
Yeah, it is.
Okie doke.
And I could ask my neighbor to go grab me some cigarettes, but
She's like,
I
Spawn
am
says hello.
resisting that. Hi. Bikes, dogs, what's next? Oh, I know what's probably next.
Whatever.
Her.
Yeah, Marty.
Really bad case of cat flatulence.
No,
Just check.
really bad case of cat assholery.
Yeah, she is. She has been cat spastastic lately.
Yeah, but then she'll come over and start giving me kisses. Weird cat.
That must be. Does she do this before or after the zimmies?
To what?
Coming at give you kisses.
She does it before, after, and during.
No. So she's asking for permission, forgiveness, and I don't know what all else.
Yeah. I love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom, but
It's I love
gotta
you.
let her
Please
rip,
don't.
Mom.
No, it's I love you. Please don't turn me into slippers. I'm gonna wreck your house now. I can't wait to see what happens when I have the whole house that the cats can run around in. They won't know what to do.
Yeah.
Nope, all that space. They'll
I
think
can't
it
imagine,
jumped
man.
out into the wild blue yonder.
Hell, Simi won't know what to do.
She'll nose around and then come right back in the bedroom
Yeah, she will.
because that's her space. There goes
Yeah,
Rose.
she's gonna be like a homing pigeon. They all will for a while.
It's because there was a loud thwack on the porch because I don't think, well, yeah, it's breezy. I don't think that the storm door was closed all the way. So the loud thwack was it hitting the wall as it flung open all the way.
Yeah.
Because it seems that the other people that come in and out of this house, which was my son and his friend Hector, don't know how to close a door.
All the way.
Yep, there it goes back the other way. I currently sound like I live in a haunted house.
I know
Appropriate
that sound.
cats. I have appropriate cats on screen for that then.
Yes.
Oh, Willow, you got to see the background. Hold on. I'll take everybody off for a minute. Could you see what it said?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is Toad feeling better today, Wendy? I know he wasn't feeling good. I hope he's feeling better.
So's the dog.
It's because the door keeps moving and my son's not home.
I know.
So
We'll just hear her bark every now and again.
Yeah,
No,
she's gonna
baby.
bark if a leaf blows across the yard. The dog's gonna start barking. What are you doing?
Well, it isn't effective. I mean, she's a 3-syllaber, you know. Oh, you know, a lot of them just repeat 1 syllable, maybe 2. But she's a 3-syllable. Syllabler. Say that fast 10 times.
No, can't do it.
Yeah, Simi usually does it. Simi usually gives out 1 bark, or she'll go, bruff, 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 you know, the little underbark type of thing, like
Mhm.
not a real bark, but just like you know.
Yeah, like she's trying to be quiet, but every once in a while, just a little woof escapes, you know.
Yeah. Well, because I taught her not to bark in the house unless somebody actually comes to the door, which is why she's getting triggered because of the door. But sometimes when Rogue really starts going off, Simi will let out a bark or two, and I'm like, I'll look at her and be like, "What are you doing?" And she'll lay back down and go, "Sorry," you know. Hey, there's nobody at the damn door. Simi just laid down on the floor staring at my door. I'm like,
Well, that's what she does.
good. I'm glad Cody's feeling better. And sick
Yeah,
toads
glad
are
to
not
hear
fun. Sick toads are not a good thing.
No.
Because instead of going ribbit, they go ribbit.
You do see the connection here.
What?
Well, Wendy is relaxing. Toad is relaxing. Is that like code word?
Wendy, did you get yourself some? She's gonna be like, oh no, they're gonna discuss my sex life again. We can't discuss it if you don't have one, woman.
Well, she does say that, yep, Toad is feeling good.
Mm-hmm. Cloudy's good, so less stress in my eyes.
This is also going to be a problem if I have to have delivery for food because the door is swinging open and close. And as soon as I open the inside door, if the outside door is wide open, the dogs are
Mm-hmm.
fuck my life.
That's what happens when young people they just don't understand the ramifications of simple things like latching a door.
And I mean, my son knows that I'm going to have to order food because he's not going to be home until midnight or so. You know what I mean? So.
Is he working now, or?
No.
Yeah. So he's just hanging out with Hector?
Yeah, he's at his friend Hector's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that, Wendy? Dotted lines. What does that mean? Is that how many times you got laid? Because if so, you go, girl.
Whoa. Hello, husband.
Which means Toad's not relaxing, he's just passed out.
Give that man some Gatorade.
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Fluids are important, Wendy. Keep your man hydrated.
You betcha.
Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth.
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
Why is it always Betsy?
Okay, heavens to Murgatroyd.
What the fuck is a Murgatroyd?
I don't know. Something I heard on the Jetsons, I think. I don't know.
Love you too,
My
Tim.
sister's sitting here nodding her head like, yeah, that's right.
George. I used to love the Jetsons.
Love you too, Tim.
Although I couldn't stand the kids, they were whiny little bitches, weren't they?
Mhm. Yeah.
God. Good thing I didn't call this Wild Wednesday because
We are definitely not wild.
no.
Think of the wire.
And your point is?
but we are always a little wicked.
Yeah.
Right, Wendy? Thank you, Tim.
Poor cats.
Everybody, Tim tried to jump scare me the other day. It did not work. He did. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to Tina in a video chat. I wasn't paying attention to the screen, and she was all of a sudden. Tina's like, "Hey, Bear, look!" And I look up, and all I see is Tim's mouth, like this in the camera, and I'm like,
That was not what I was anticipating, because he was picked up the camera and I thought he was going to go, "Hey." Yeah, no.
yeah. He tried to jump scare me. It did not work. Sorry, Tim.
Wendy's like, "Tim, don't leave me with these crazy people."
Wendy, you fit right in. You know you
Wendy,
fit right in, Wendy. You know you do.
She does.
Hey, I'm crazy. I'm batty. There's a difference.
My phone just plinked. My new phone, and I have no idea what it means. Huh. Oh, stupid Metro ads. Go away. Shit.
I'm sure you'll figure out how to make them stop.
No, it's my landlord.
Oh.
Which is not good because I'm in the middle of a live, and he's in town, like, today.
Uh-huh.
Which means he could show up at any time wanting to collect an envelope. Which means if you have to step away for a few minutes while you go do that, me and Ma can hold down the fort.
Yeah.
It takes more than a few minutes, but yeah.
You know what I mean.
Just carry on amongst yourselves. I have to text him back.
Yeah, it's all good. So, anything?
Well, I got a little bit of news.
Please invite me.
I am scheduled for contractor coming to assess and see what is needed here for modification.
Oh, really?
And with that, due to COVID, he's bringing an iPad instead of a team of physical therapists that are going to have me do some stuff. They're coming on an iPad with him, and they're going to have me do some physical motion, range, mobility stuff.
Yeah.
So they can determine the degree of what is needed. And although grueling and excruciating as it's going to be, it's just a few days prior to my next injection. So I will be at my worst so they can see
You
what
will be at
is.
your awful.
Yeah, it's going to hurt like the dickens, but I was hoping that it would go that way because I need them to see me at my worst, not my best.
Right.
So that they equip it for my worst, not my best.
Yeah.
So.
I'll say Tim goes back to see the neurosurgeon on the 4th of June, and I go to see pain management on the 13th of this month to see about handling my back and my legs. So that's my funness. And then I go in like June for gastro.
Cool. Well, basically what this whole assessment thing is it's going to be my ramp on my deck. Yay. And any modifications that are needed in like my bathroom and stuff to accommodate my needs. And they're going to rapidly find out that the setup that I have is not even remotely equipped to just add a few handrails.
Yeah.
So.
Fabulous. I'm glad that they're getting things taken care of for you.
Yeah, I just cross my fingers, toes, and nose hairs that they don't cheap out and still expect me to try to get in and out of that big tub.
Right.
It is super dangerous. There's no place to put like a shower chair to slide in or
Uh-huh.
anything like that, because one end you've got all the faucets and everything, and the other end there's a crapper. There's no place to put one. So
Insane.
You know, the last time I texted my landlord, I let him know that my part of the rent was still on my card, and I would let him know when I had all the rent put together.
Uh-huh.
And today okay, I'm in Anderson today. Did I say I had it? No.
Thank
I mean,
God you do.
If I didn't have it, I'd be sitting there going, well, I don't have it yet, and he'd be pissed.
Yeah, so I said, thank God you do. You know.
And since my son wouldn't take the time to grab Pepsi or whatever, I told the landlord I need change for 20. Because I'm not giving him more than what I owe.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
No, it's a doctrine. That's about all we all got going on as far as most of us.
Well, I'm crazy, but normal too. Wendy, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just Abby normal. Get it right.
crazy is the new normal. Normal doesn't exist, girl. Normal is a state of mind. Nothing more. It's a delusion.
Normal's overrated. Boring. Boring.
Definitely boring.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm just somebody on purpose.
Gotta have a little bit of crazy in your life. It's when the crazy turns to psycho that it becomes a problem.
Yeah. It's kind of like the thin blue line.
Yeah. And of course, my man was going to take forever to answer me, and then he's going to be like, be there in 5 minutes. Not enough time, dude. Hi, Toad.
Get your shoe on now.
I know, right?
Hey, Toad.
Hey, Toad.
And my foot's been swollen too, so it sucks. I gotta.
Where'd she go?
Well, I'm still here. It's just.
I know. You gotta move around and things.
Yeah.
I don't want to accidentally flash your, community here.
All right. I lose what few subs I have. That would be
Ooh, you've
the.
got more than me.
You've been laying in the window, haven't you, Callie? You're all warm. Yeah. Getting Callie cuddles.
Oh. I don't have a cat in here at the moment. Amazingly.
Well, she's down here by me getting cuddles now, and Sable has taken over the window. Of course, there's two
Switch it out.
windows.
Like Aspen. Nothing in my window.
Aspen's in one of them. We just aren't sure which.
Yeah. Usually Sissy's in here on the foot of the bed on Tim's side during the day. But she's not in here right now. She might be
Yeah,
going to
nobody's on my bed. Yesterday, I've had the curtain fabric laid out on my bed with the lining fabric atop
Yeah.
position,
Yeah.
just so they can't get on the bed.
Simi,
You know.
lay down.
And I'm tacking them together because I don't have a large table to work with my sewing machine. I just have my little craft table right now. So I'm tacking the fabrics so that when I'm trying to maneuver them and they're hanging off like the edge of the table and stuff, they aren't distorting. So.
Can you see what's behind Simi? I don't know if I'm in the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see her.
I see a Semi head and a Marty head.
What Marty is currently laying on in princess fashion is my body pillow that's like folded in half and just put over there because it's in the way. So she has decided that that is her bed for the time being. It is her throne from which she is observing her universe.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
Mike. Yeah, until she moves back to her box or somewhere else that she shouldn't be.
Right.
Hey, Mike.
And of course, the landlord still has not texted me back.
Of course not.
Dude. For real.
Yeah. He'll be a while. He's got to refocus.
He's probably smoking a joint.
That would be normal. He's got to refocus.
Yeah.
Or unfocused, whichever the case may be.
Well, if I'm lucky, my Amazon package will be out there and the landlord can hand it to me.
Yeah, it probably does not say delivered.
No, not yet.
I'll say, other than bingo winnings from Monday from Johnny, I am not expecting any deliveries. I'm good to go.
Well, I'm expecting Amazon and yours. So.
One for me, you probably should get what?
I think
Thursday
it said
or
the
Friday?
7th. Yeah, I think it said the 7th. I'm like, fuck.
So Friday.
It's a long time to wait for tobacco. Yeah, that order says arriving today by 10 p.m. Just freaking deliver it already. Well, at least the line where it says shipped and then there's a line, at least the line is closer to out for delivery.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet.
Yeah. When, like I said, though, when you started showing me, hey, I've got this much tobacco left in my bag, I'm like, yep, it's time to go to the tobacco shop.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
and it varies. It varies on how fast it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what the hell's going through my head and how much sleep I get, and because if I'm awake, I'm smoking. So
I get to the tobacco shop. I had my daughter go because she needed tobacco too. So Mom got her tobacco
tell her thank you.
tubes.
Oh, did she pick up one of the e-cig things for me?
No,
Oh, okay.
because
Already.
she didn't look. She forgot.
It's all right. She got the gambler, right?
Yeah, 2 bags.
Cool. Awesome sauce.
And 4 boxes of tubes.
Thank you.
And of course, I always put extras in the box whenever I send a box. So.
Thank you, honey. Hi, Ted.
Oh.
Ted, what you throwing vegetables in the chat for?
I don't know.
What kind of chat do you think this is? Oh, wait, never mind.
I don't know, but I just watched the update on his bamboo that he's growing.
Dog has epic timing. Hey, Silver.
She's such a pain in my ass.
I said the bamboo grows pretty quick.
You better
What's
not be. You better not be here without letting me know that he was coming. That will piss me off.
Okay, I was like, what are you doing? What are you listening for?
I was listening at the door. My front door is that way, so I was
Yeah.
like,
Okay, because I was like, what you listening for?
yeah, because I thought I heard somebody talking, and I shouldn't be able to hear anybody talking out front. Usually I hear it from the side, you know?
Yeah.
And it's usually really loud because the people in this neighborhood talk
Yeah.
really loudly. It's only the white people in the neighborhood that talk very quiet. And it's not a racist thing. I've observed this for 5 years. It's true.
Thankfully, we have pretty quiet neighbors here.
But yeah,
You know,
no.
every once in a while, they'll gather on the rental, their porch and chatter, but they're not loud. And then on the other side of me is a older Hispanic couple, and
Uh-huh.
she likes to mama jam to tunes when she's cleaning house. She'll open her window, and I'll get the Hispanic music, but I barely hear it. It's probably louder than what I'm hearing because I have hearing problems, but for me, I barely hear it, so I'm good. And I have to have my window open. She has to have her window open for me to even pick it up. So she's not playing it all that loud. I don't think.
So what's going on, Ted? Anything new?
It's the damn door creaking. Keeps setting the dog off. Sorry, people.
Can't be helped at the moment.
Yeah.
You'll probably make sure that screen is latched, though, when you do go out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I always make sure it's latched because it's a pain in the ass for me to get the door when it's all the way against the house. I have to get the grabber that's out there and like lean out off, and I almost fall out of the wheelchair doing it because I can only get so close with the door jamb there, and I have to lean over and stretch over with the grabber to grab the handle of the storm door and then pull it to me. So, not exactly the safest procedure on the planet,
No.
but
Our front door latch is just fine. The one on the east door, we have to make sure that because it doesn't catch like it should.
oh, ours catches. The latch is fine when they close it correctly.
Well,
we
same
don't
with
have those. We don't have those protector things. The like the spring thing on it or a chain or anything, because it was never there. You can see where someone's put one on there twice, but because of the way the wind blows here, it blows straight across our porch. So I'm sure they had it open or this happened that it slammed into the house and it just ripped it right out of the door.
Yeah.
So
that's the way our east door is, but it does have a chain on it, but it doesn't have the little hydraulic doohickey.
Yeah, ours doesn't have anything on it.
I've got one. It's just
ours has nothing on it.
Remembering to get on my butt, get one installed.
This is like the house that Jack built, not Wendy's Jack, but just the metaphorical Jack. It's not put together well, or it's not maintained well, I should say. Yay, Wendy!
Yay! Happy early
Are you gonna do a birthday live, Wendy? I did. Tina did.
Sis quit clacking her spoon on the ceramics, and now we got trains.
Toad loved the house that Jack built, but I would imagine it's got a name in it.
Mhm. As a child, that would have been totally
You're
whimsical.
not, Wendy. Wendy.
Disc, disc, disc.
For shame. Hi, Stash.
Hey, Stash. Well, if they're going now, they'll be going on and off all day. It means it's a good heavy train day. So yeah, you would have had more than one opportunity.
Oh, yeah. I think that's 2 already in a half hour.
And the dog barking multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a
It's like
dog barking at a storm door, and
It's like an anti-ASMR video.
Yeah. Anti-ASMR. Yeah.
ASMR is supposed to be soothing, and this is not.
yeah, I haven't found one of those to be soothing.
I said it's supposed to be. Although I have to admit, when What the Hales was doing their coin pusher videos, I love those things. I don't know why. I like the towers because I like to watch the towers fall over. But I would sit there and I'd watch them, and I actually fell asleep to them a couple of times.
Because they're boring as hell.
No, I just like the sound.
No.
I don't know. I'm weird.
I never watched any of those, but if they sound anything like when you're loading coins into one of those things, that wouldn't be soothing.
I like the coin pusher videos. I miss them.
I don't know all that sound. Apparently, it's one of the tones that I do hear well, and grates right up and down my spine.
It's really weird though because like when I go to sleep, I like quiet, but I did. I laid back to stretch and I was out. I was like, well,
No. Can't do them.
no.
My thing I can listen to is the rain, thunderstorm
Yep.
ones. Those I can do.
I've
That's
never
so
tried
weird.
listening.
I can listen to a thunderstorm
Mm-hmm.
and it'll lull me to sleep. But if I listen to them on a tape, all they make me do is need to pee.
I've never tried doing the video or a recorded thunderstorm.
Yeah.
I know that real thunderstorms make me really sleepy. I go to sleep. She's the same age as my oldest daughter.
We've had storm threats the past 2 or 3 nights. We haven't even gotten a drizzle.
Did the other day, I think I was talking to Kodi, I'm not sure. Probably. We had a quick rainstorm come through.
Probably. Nice.
And I mean, the wind and the rain was but it was just quick. I mean, it was here and it was gone just as quick as it got here.
Yeah. We had thunderstorms for a couple of days in a row. That was nice. Although my dog actually went out in the rain, and usually she doesn't. But of course, you know, when you have to wait 12 hours to go out, you'll go out in the rain.
Oh, Wendy, you are so not getting old.
She comes in, the first thing she does is jump up on the bed and shake. I'm like, yeah, thanks for that. I'm like, so you did go out in the rain.
No, Stash, it wasn't Dauber. It was Friends of Dauber Crazy Family Tube, and they had it last Saturday. Yeah, I missed it.
You missed it.
They just talked about it in Dauber's chat, and I knew they'd never done an auction before, so I offered to help, and I called it and stuff for them, which is a good thing because they did get trolled, and I was able to nip it in the bud, kind of freaked people out when I stopped the auction and said, you know, hey, such and such, you need to send an email immediately, or we are no longer going to take your bids because we need to confirm who you are, because nobody in the chat, nobody on the panel knew who this person was.
Uh-huh.
And it's a good thing I did because they did send an email with one word the last word of their 2-word screen name and nothing more. So they would have not gotten paid for a lot of things, and they need the money. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing I nipped it in the bud. And thankfully, people in the chat, there was 2 of them that they were going to contact backup bidder, and one of them there wasn't a backup bidder, and somebody in the chat claimed the item. So they'll
Well, that's good.
be able to get paid just because I
That's
caught
good.
them early. I was watching. My spidey sense was kind of going off, and I was watching, and I was like, And then the chat was like, does anybody know this person? And then I knew, and yeah, I stopped the auction, nipped it in the bud, and they vanished. So
Yeah.
then the auction was able to go on normal after I had resolved that issue, and everybody understood why I did what I did. They were like, I've never seen this happen before. I'm like, it happens more often than not if you have a good mod. If you have somebody that can sense a troll a mile away, and several in the chat did as well, that kind of confirmed it. And so once they understood why, that I was protecting the interests of the seller, then they were all for it.
Cool.
Yeah. But it was challenging, First time auctions, there was a bit of a shit show. But we got it through, and they did pretty good. So.
That's good.
And there were some really good deals, like a brand new pair of Timberland boots, women's size 10, that sold for $50.
That's not bad.
And the GoPro went for a super deal as well. So people got some good deals and resell stuff, and they were exhausted. They didn't believe me. I told Marty. I told him we had a private FaceTime Live, StreamYard Live, whatever you want to call it, the day before, so that I could kind of, get them in the right state of mind and what have you. And I told him, I said, how long are you wanting to run this? And they were like, oh, probably 2-3 hours. Just have to see how it goes. We might go longer. And I'm like, probably not on your first one. Well, why is that? Because you're going to be exhausted. You have no idea the stress, the mental stress and the physical, trying to get everything shown and then keep things moving and everything. And yeah, they hit about the 2.5 hour mark, and they were like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. And I'm like, yep. Told ya.
Stash, you would have to be much more specific than that. Just saying. And Wendy, all men are like that. And well, all men I've ever encountered are like that. I won't say all men because I don't know all men, but yeah.
Well, pretty much all of them I've ever known have been much the same as Dode. Yeah. That's why I don't want one. I don't want to have to housebreak another one. Because they are 10 times worse than the most stubborn dog ever. No, they didn't have cards, Stash, so.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a whole lot of sellers that get cards pretty regular. But
I got lucky with Tim.
I would say I got lucky with John, but he was a pig. The man was a slob.
Nope.
He was.
Tim's not messy. I got lucky. I got very, very lucky.
there's a very delicate balance there. You want one that is well kept and well, at keeping the house, not leaving trails of mess behind them. But yet you don't want one that organizes their sock drawer. Because they're just OCD beyond.
Yeah, well, no, he's not anal retentive like that, no.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like a messy house either. I mean, lived in he's good with. But he deals with my mess, but we both don't like, say, the boys' mess.
Yeah.
We do not like the Spawn's mess, either one of us.
Understandable.
So, I got very, very lucky. So, yeah. And thank you, Wendy. I think he is amazing.
Yes.
If we can just figure out what these damn doctors are wanting to do. But like I said, the neurosurgeon, we've been doing all this back and forth, all these doctors, and finally Tim had to call the neurosurgeon's office to find out what's next. And the soonest appointment to get in to even see the neurosurgeon isn't until even June. Okay? The doctor should have called way back when and said, hey, we have to have a follow-up appointment sooner.
Yeah.
It's just point blank. We need a follow-up sooner, because as soon as he would have gotten all of these tests back from the ophthalmologist and the endocrinologist, et cetera, he should have been on it and said, okay, now I need to see you. And even if you can't come into the office, we can do a telecall, something.
Yeah. And Stash, John threatened to do that to me. Because a friend of his, an associate from him from the Anderson County Correctional Facility stopped by the house and wouldn't stop staring at me. I don't know why, but John told me if he doesn't stop staring at you, I'm going to pee on your leg so he knows you're mine. I'm like, you pee on my leg, he's going to be giving you a ride to the hospital. Men.
That should have been shouldn't instead of should. I shouldn't have to think of them as a pet, but when they chase balls like a dog, leave messes behind like a dog, well, if it acts like a dog,
Yeah, so needless to say, I'm frustrated because honestly, Tim's not doing good, guys.
I know. And I don't know what is wrong with them.
He's having, even though he's on Topiramate or Topamax, whatever you want to call it, for headaches, it's not helping. His shaking is getting not so much worse, but
more profound.
More profound because the medicine he was taking at night isn't helping as much as it was in the beginning. And then
which you can only conclude means that the tumor is growing.
And he's having the headaches that he's having. They are pressing mostly on the left side of his head and affecting a lot on the left, front temple, front cortex.
Mm-hmm. So in other words, they need to quit dragging their asses and
it's
start
really,
doing something.
It's really, really affecting him in the balance.
Yeah.
He's staggering. He's stumbling a lot. He'll go to get up off of the bed or out of his chair, and it will throw him off balance sometimes. Yeah. I will ask him if he wants to use I call it my stick, my cane. And it's just I'm worried. I'm concerned. He was having a bad dream the other morning, and we both wear CPAP machines because we both have sleep apnea. And he was laying on his side and he was facing the wall, and I was only partially asleep, and I thought that he was going to roll off the bed because he did one sudden jerk. So I grabbed the blanket because he was kind of cocooned, thinking that I might be able to tug him back over, and that didn't work, and he went to roll again. So me not thinking, and we are on a king-size bed, I went to roll and grab him. I still have my mask and everything on. I pull my CPAP machine off of the nightstand again. This poor thing has been through hell. I've pulled it off so many times. This time it didn't land upside down. It landed on its bottom. But I pulled him over because I thought he was going to fall off of the bed again.
Mm-hmm.
What Wendy said.
Exactly.
Purple.
No, what Wendy said, not me.
She said, and there are people out there lying about their medical stuff, and Tim is the nicest man you have ever talked to, and he's having to go through hell just to get some answers.
Yeah. That's crazy. Makes me not ever want to get sick in your town, in your state.
Ugh.
Or mine. I get the test results back, and yeah, I don't get a phone call from the eye doctor or anything saying, well, let's try this next. No.
Yeah.
Just
It's
wait
pain in
to
the
see him. Wait to see him next week, and just hurry up and wait.
The patients should not have to push their doctors to do their jobs.
Nope.
And
it's bad enough normal, but with Rona, as it's been dubbed, people have gotten what I call COVID crazy and COVID lazy. And yeah, the medical world has gotten very COVID lazy.
Yeah. But it does. It drives me insane. And I just can't stand it.
Yeah.
It really does. It drives me crazy.
It's driving us all crazy. But for you, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing him and with him day to day and seeing the decline.
Yeah. And
it's super hard knowing that there's got to be answers out there.
It makes me very sad and mad, and I want to go smack people.
And it pisses me off.
Yes, they need to quit using COVID as an excuse.
Hi, Virginia.
Yeah, they do.
Hi, Virginia.
Hey, Virginia.
Tim's not here right now. He's working on his pickup truck. Our daughter was using it, our youngest daughter, and something went wrong with it the other night over here at the Airco station across the way from our trailer park. And he's got our spawn and probably our son-in-law, I don't know, over there with him tinkering with it, trying to get it back up and running. So hopefully he's over there and doing okay with it. So, but I don't know. But yeah, but like I said, Tim is not doing well. I don't know what else to do. We're doing what we're supposed to do. The doctors are not doing what they need to do.
I wish I could fix it.
We all do.
But Friday we have a phone interview thing for disability. To set him up for signing up for disability. Most likely, probably be denied because that's usually what it does.
Yeah, they deny you first. Most people, they deny you first.
Be a second denial. He was denied almost 11 years ago.
Yeah, that one won't count.
So,
No, this one's a whole new.
yeah, this is a whole new ball game.
So,
Oh, I know all about metformin, honey. Diabetic. Willow's diabetic,
Same, and on metformin, and now glyburide as well.
but I don't take as much metformin as Willow.
I'm on metformin too, but I can't afford it anymore. I'm not diabetic though, but
They might have you on it for PCOS.
my doctor said that I might as well take it anyway. It couldn't hurt. Okay. So.
That don't make sense.
Thank you, everybody, for all the hearts and love. I mean, we know y'all care, or you wouldn't put up with us and and our shenanigans.
Yeah. Of course, we love you guys, even though you lead me down rabbit holes, Tina.
Oh, I hear my truck.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I hear my truck. See how that worked?
Well, that must mean they tinkered and got it working. Because it wouldn't be going vroom vroom if they were pushing it over there.
But it doesn't want to stay running.
Mm.
Keeps cutting out.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Might want to have to change out the fuel filter, check the fuel injector.
Don't start talking about vehicle shit because my eyes will glaze over and I will pass out.
I'm just trying to help.
It will bore me to death. John used to do it all the time, and I'd be like,
It probably needs to be taken out on the highway and have the cobwebs blowed out of it.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that if he keeps cutting out. Stopping in the middle of the interstate's not a good thing.
okay, Wendy, love you, girl.
I'm sorry. Did I
It's
do
nothing.
it?
No, it's nothing you did. It was the people claiming medical issues when they don't have medical issues, and Tim needing the help and not getting it. She worked herself up, and now she's mad.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It wasn't you, honey. You're fine. The only thing you have at fault is the rabbit holes, Tina. The rabbit holes.
And I will send you down another one later.
I know. I know you will. So
Because
Never
you still
get
have to
him
make a
again.
thumbnail for Saturday. Because I already have Sundays up.
my thumbnail's gonna say, "Here, Tina, I finally did my thumbnail for Saturday."
Because my Sunday thumbnail is already up. Thank you.
Couldn't get her
I
to
love
go
you
live
too,
for the-
Wendy.
I couldn't get her to go live for the longest time, and now she's been trying to make me look like a slacker. You see that? Mm-hmm.
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 As I shake my emery board at you.
I can do that too.
Hi,
You're right back,
Christy.
Hey, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
I'll be right back.
Mine's curved.
I don't like those.
It's all fancy. You know how old this thing is? It's like, I can't. This thing is like 10 years old. I'm like. Still works. Hi, Christy.
What you doing, Miss Christy?
My landlord is 30 minutes ago. I texted him and told him, let me know when.
Well,
You'd have to
Stash,
message him
message-
yourself, Stash, because
Yeah,
none
you
of us None of us hear from them. So
You'll have to message Squashy yourself.
yeah.
Check in the email. Well, I did that first thing this morning because I did not do it yesterday at all. What is going to be going on the rest of the day, Stash?
Yes, Stash. My landlord needs to hurry up. This is annoying me. You have no phone. What happened?
That's kind of hilarious.
You need to pick up chicks. I know she's
You're
talking about
hoping you wait until
the
later, but then now that you're all dressed and everything, you're like, why isn't he here yet?
I know. Well, no, it's not why isn't he here yet. It's why hasn't he texted me to let me know when he's going to be here. Because I end up knocking. If he ends up knocking on the door, I rush, and there's more of a chance for me to injure myself getting in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know.
I know, girlfriend.
Oh.
So,
Okay, I haven't
damn,
done my
Christy, that
nebulizer
sucks.
yet since I woke up, so I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to mute for about
Okay.
5.
Okay. Christy, that sucks. And I know you're talking about the cute little fuzzy chicks, but going to pick up chicks sounds funny. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
She waits until I'm muted and then comes on? Seriously?
Yep.
Hey, Willa. Hey, Ma.
Hey,
Hi,
Kodi.
baby.
Hey, Wendy.
Big man's in here.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, sorry for scaring y'all earlier with the loud lump, lump, lump.
Nope. I said, oh, I hear my truck.
Yep.
I stopped mid-sentence and went, oh, I hear my truck.
She was about to yell at me. She was like, "Oh, there's my truck."
Yeah. She's fixed and lighted.
Yay.
Except for having a little lens on it. She's fixed and lighted on all ends and aspects.
Awesome. Careful.
I gotta go sit.
Stash, you're supposed to smoke it, not eat it. Unless it's in an edible.
But this weather sucks.
Just saying. With a name like Stash, you would know that, I would think. No matter how you worded that, I was going to do something with it. If you had said you had a weed whack, I would have been like, well, those are going to be some happy weeds.
Yeah.
You okay, Wendy?
No,
No.
it was so stupid. Sorry, Ma.
You're fine, honey.
We all understand. And yeah, it's very frustrating. And you feel so, helpless, especially everybody feels helpless about it because we definitely can't do anything about it. And you're right there and they're not doing anything, and this is why there are mass shootings, okay? For real.
Crotch rocket.
There is a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit on this road. I just keep waiting for the crash at the end of the street because there's a really hairpin turn there. I keep waiting for some ignorant fucker to go and go right through the house that's at the end of the street. Annoying.
Kodi, that were a good peanut impression. Meow.
No. Thank you. No. Yep. JeffPapa.com.
Yeah. Gonna piss you off, Papa?
Dunham.com.
Oh man.
I love it when he argues with himself using the puppet. It's funny as hell.
How he keeps up with himself is amazing.
Have you ever seen the one that he does with? He's got Peanut out, he's got Jose out, and then he's got the tequila worm in the
Hello?
bottle.
No, I've never seen it.
He
He's not
goes so
here.
quickly between all of them. They're so fast.
Yes.
And it's just, how the hell he keeps up with it? I have no idea. It's all,
Sasha, I like Walter.
Walter's a grumpy ass.
He's funny.
He is. Oh, well, that's good, Willow. I don't remember it, but cool. I'm glad everything got taken care of. Good. Yeah, we knew what you meant, Stash. What kind of weeds you whacking over there, anyway? They're nice and happy now. Oh, my landlord's. This man is gonna. I'd be driven a drink at this point if I had booze in the house. I would. I'm stressing me out when I only have 4 full cigarettes left. Is not a good plan. I don't like it. Yeah, one Walter said, "Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out." Yeah, I love Jeff Dunham. He's so funny. Jeff Dunham and Gabriel Iglesias, the original Fluffy. Oh, yep.
No, I'm actually.
Little assholes went straight over, and I could still hear him revving that damn bike. Go away. So this is exciting. Whoop, we lost Willow. She laughed herself right out of the freaking panel. So what are you relaxing from, Wendy? What did you do today?
Nothing. I did nothing all day today, Kodi.
You're relaxing because you didn't do anything?
Yeah. I've been relaxing all day with
Wouldn't
the
want you to
toad.
strain yourself or anything.
No, I don't want to strain. Come on.
Liz. Come back, Wendy. Where'd you go? Oh, Wendy.
We're not having this conversation. I was relaxing with the toad.
Nothing strenuous going on there, huh?
No.
You're doing it wrong. I love you, Wendy.
I'm glad
I love
that
you too, Kodi.
they got. I'm glad Sis got your flowers replanted, Willow.
Willow's having problems with her internet.
I see this. There she went again.
How's Fontaine? What? Stash, that does not make any sense. Yeah, see, even Tina looks confused. No confusing me. It's my live. You're not allowed. I'm not
I'm
Victoria.
easily confused anyway.
Okay, Willow. Her sister got online, so it's
Oh,
Wendy.
and there went Wendy.
Wendy. Well, I'm glad Wendy will get it, but I'd like to get it since my name was in there. Really like to get it. It's been a long time. Just saying.
Eventually.
Yeah, right. When I have enough money to order from Adam and Eve, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll just buy myself a boyfriend. I'll be all set. Those are the good kind. They only whine when the batteries run low. Wendy, get your butt back here.
Was you picking on Wendy when I had everything muted?
No, I wasn't picking on Wendy at all. At all. Mm-mm.
Yeah, were you teasing her again? Just a little.
Hey, it's called Wicked Wednesday for a reason. I had to do something.
Oh.
I love my Wendy.
I know.
I like making Wendy blush. I can't help it. It's fun.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Willow's got a reboot. That really stinks. Been there, done that. Played the game. The T-shirt, got the sticker, the refrigerator magnet, the whole 9 yards.
I'm a magnet. Yeah, I could do that. Get an octopussy, as Rhonda calls it. Yeah. I could.
That is just too much.
I don't know. I have a thing about somebody that, I hang out with on YouTube knowing what my sexual preferences are, like size and girth and all that. Yeah. I mean, I can talk about it all day long. I can freaking say whatever out loud, but if I actually ordered something from, like Ooh Crochet, it would just be in my head that she would know what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Right?
So, yeah. I would not be able to relax, okay?
Yeah, no. Of course, I used to go shopping with a couple of my best friends. It was great. We had a ball.
Well, yeah, that's a little different. I used to go shopping with John, too.
Well, I used to go shopping with Tim. Hello.
Hello. Welcome back, Wendy. Good timing. Get your ass back in here.
We're talking about going shopping at the adult toy store. Where's Kevin?
Right? Do they have those kind of stores in England? I would imagine they do. But
last I knew they did.
Inquiring minds want to know, Wendy. They have sex stores in the UK that you can buy toys and stuff at, or do you have to order them online and shit? And if you don't know, just ask Toad. Welcome back, Willow.
Thank you.
I think Wendy's phone was embarrassed. Should be embarrassed with that damn gnome picture on it.
Shouldn't our octopus already have an arm, quote unquote?
No, I'm not in this convo, and yes, we do have them.
Well, congratulations. You are now in the conversation.
Right?
And,
Thanks,
and
Dash.
how many times have you gone shopping in them, Wendy? You need to do a lot of things. You need to go to one of those stores and get some new toys is what you need to do. You know, you could get one that works with Bluetooth so Toad can control it through his phone. Just saying.
I can see her trying to do the dishes. Zap!
Yep. She was sitting there trying to clean the house. He'd be like, zzz.
Oh,
The look on her face. And they're going, Jack! Oh, God. Get video. You do? See, I knew there was a reason I love Jack. I love Toad. And this is why. I mean, come on.
uh-huh.
What is it
See,
he wants to get?
one.
They're vibrators that you can control using a phone app.
Oh,
So, kind of like the butterflies have the controls, the remotes that somebody else can hold on to. These you can control with your phone.
She's bright red.
well, that's
I love
nothing
you,
new.
Wendy.
At least now you know what color to dye your hair.
I love you, Wendy.
Dye it bright red, and you can look like the fire dude out of the Jack Frost cartoon from back in the day.
So, Wendy, what kind of toys do you buy? Because you knew that was the next question.
Now you need to come online and show us. She needs to come on Amber's auction thing and share.
Well, yeah.
I am glad I'm always asleep when that thing is on. I wish I
If you were
wasn't
on Harry
home.
Potter, you wouldn't, Wendy. They get thrown over the fence. Just saying.
You're
All the
not
Weasley
answering
boys and
questions.
Harry all got together and was trying to fling them over the fence to see who could get them the furthest.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, the
No,
garden
the
gnomes.
garden gnomes
Yeah.
on Harry Potter.
Yeah, they bite. That's why they were getting flung everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You are not leaving, Missy.
Hi,
Hi, Michael.
Mike.
Okay, the conversation stops now.
No, I thought
When you-
Burgermeister Meisterburger was in a different cartoon. That's Heatmeister.
Heatmeister's a red-haired guy.
Yeah, Burgermeister
He's-
Meisterburger is the one that ruled that town in, when
Jack
Santa
Frost.
was a baby and dropped off and then raised.
The movie is Kris Kringle. The Santa Claus. It's just called Santa Claus or whatever. It's the beginnings
Santa
of the
Claus
whole
is
story,
coming
the
to town.
story of
Yeah, that
Claus or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
Mike.
the whole beginning of the myth. story. What the hell?
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah. And he declares that there shall be no more toys. Blah, blah. It is illegal. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Okay, Tina, we got it, Mom.
Meister Burger. Yes, Santa Claus is coming to town. And then the Heatmeister is a year without a Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Really, Wendy? So does Tina. His name is Tim. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, 6'4". Well, 6'3".
And just as Tina comments, I robot again.
I'm sorry, Tina and Tim. I couldn't help it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Wendy said that she has a big vibrator and it's powerful, and Kodi said, "Yeah, so does Tina. His name's Tim."
I love you, Tim. What's up, Michael? How have you been? What, Michael? Like this is new to you? Come on.
Yeah, really?
Sweet, Wendy. I think you're fibbing, but sweet. 10 inches is
They
a...
do make some monster ones.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ones you throw over your shoulder and burp first. Take for a walk around the block before you,
Mm-hmm.
Doing okay, Michael. Doing all right. Hanging in there. Same shit, different day,
It's one of those that you put a stop block on, so your cervix doesn't get rearranged, or your uterus.
It is not new to you. I'm the same way I've always been. Come on.
And I bet I'm going to get booted again. Why couldn't she live well enough alone?
Michael acts like me talking openly about sex is a new thing. It's not. No telling any of my secrets, though. You're not allowed to do that. Ugh. Finally, almost an hour later. Right.
Oh my goodness! I assume that landlord finally texted back.
Yeah, he said he can be here at 3:45. It's now 3:23, so good a little bit, but not too long. And then I have to leave my own life to go pay my rent.
That's okay.
And he better have brought change, or he's giving me a discount on rent because I'm not paying $15 more than I have to. And I told him specifically I would need change. So
yeah,
he might be buff and he might have nice ink, but stoner landlord does not want to fuck with me when it comes to money. My ass is way too broke for that.
Oh my word!
Which one?
Oh.
Hi, Iris. What are you talking about? You couldn't get in? That's weird. You're here now. I see you.
Yeah.
So, Michael, anything interesting going on in Massachusetts? Because there's nothing interesting going on in South Carolina. Boring. Very,
Nothing
very
happened
boring.
here.
Very, very boring. Ugh.
What's going on with you, Miss Iris? There is not much going on in the great state of Illinois, let me tell you.
Michael, you're so eloquent. Do you think you could put in a little more than yes and let me know what's going on? Because I'm nosy. Hello? Have you met me? Come on.
Well, Wendy, it might be boring in the UK too, but at least
I would think with a 10-inch vibrator it wouldn't be that boring, but that's just me. A 10-inch vibrator and jack. It can't be boring. You're doing it wrong, Wendy. Just saying. Just a little bit, huh, Michael? You know me just a little bit. It isn't going to let you in. Where are you trying to get in the panel? And it won't let you in? Because I can see you in the chat. And I haven't put the link in to go on the panel, so. What are you shushing me for? You were married to me, boy. You know better than to shush me. Mm-mm. I say were married. We still are, but best marriage ever. We're in different states and we never argue. It's great.
right? Oh, ouch.
Where'd you go?
Crazy. Short trip.
Short trip.
Super short trip.
So you just scooted over a little bit?
Yep.
That's weird, Iris. The redneck mobiles are driving me crazy because I keep thinking they're a delivery truck. Ah, hell. 3:45, right? It's 3:28. Guess who just pulled down my street?
Well, you know what to do.
Yeah, I wait until 3:45. He actually just went past my house, so he's probably going to one of the other units he owns first.
The chat works fine, just not the video.
Weird.
You might have to back completely out of whatever you're using, Chrome, whatever, and reopen it.
No, we just
completely.
don't have fast enough internet.
No, she's talking to Iris.
Oh.
Iris is having video issues. She's getting an error message for the video feed.
Mm.
That sucks. So, Iris, you can't see me go, to you? It's Wicked Wednesday. I had to do it.
Okay, I'm going back in to grab YouTube chat. I can't remember if I muted it or not. Yes, I did. That's a good thing. Close that back.
Yeah, it might be Iris's internet.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Well, if your internet was completely out, did you reset your modem and shut your computer off and do a complete hard reset of your system and your modem? Because sometimes you have to do those resets.
Yeah, otherwise everything funks out.
Yeah.
And if your computer was on when the power went out, that means that it had to do a hard shutdown.
Yeah.
So you'll want to
Sorry.
clean that up too. Might try emptying your cache and stuff too.
Just some food for thought. Yeah, I've had to play with my computer too many times.
Ditto.
It can be a nightmare.
I can't reach her modem. It's up on a shelf. The damn door. Yeah, I'm gonna. I already did that. I was gonna say I gotta pick the cat food up, but I already did that. Never mind. Well, if I forget it, the dog eats it, and
Yod? What the fuck is a yod?
I think you mean Toad.
Toad.
Oh, I know, but I gotta pick on her about it. Yod. Yod. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Be right back.
Apparently, I'm easily entertained today. It's either laugh or scream, because, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I kind of figured that out, Wendy. We all have our moments. Typos happen. I know, Wendy. I couldn't help myself. Yo-yoed. Yo-yoed.
Oh, I'll tell you, some days it's just a miracle that I even function. But
I know the feeling.
I just dropped the link for Sunday's live stream.
Awesome.
So it's set.
You spam in my chat with your live stream that you already have set up, trying to make me look bad.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Michael will appreciate this. These are my my gloves that I use from when I'm doing my wheelchair. Michael will appreciate what kind of gloves they are.
Packed.
Mechanics gloves.
Mechanics gloves.
Mm.
I use those when I get in the wheelchair.
Pugged. Sounds like constipation.
It's not impacted. Okay. Has anyone else noticed that almost every comment you make, Willow turns around to have something to do with shit?
Well, my life is a shit show, so.
There, everything's all set. All I gotta do is get in the wheelchair without falling and killing myself, and I'm good to go. I should probably grab the rent while I'm at it. I did that once. I went out there to meet the landlord and forgot to grab the rent. Yeah, I forgot to grab the rent. I'm like, oh, I'm brilliant. I had to come all the way back in here.
Meanwhile, Onyx is like, you disturbed me.
Yeah. It's my bed, she can deal with it. No sympathy.
Notice Wendy just said that she loves Ma live.
I know, right?
Just totally leaving us out of the equation.
Don't love my life. Just because I tease you a little bit. Little bit. I do the same thing on Tina's Live, so.
Yeah, I know.
I am how I am. I'm not going to change.
Ditto. Well, if we change Yod to what we use, whatever everybody usually says, Toady, it would be Yodi.
Stash.
A living typo?
Yeah. That hurts my brain. I can read it, and that's why it hurts my brain. Otherwise, I just ignore it going, he's smoking. You know what I mean?
I wonder how long he had to sit there and figure that out to be able to do it backwards. I bet he had to write it down and then...
Nah, I have more faith in Stash than that. All right. I'm going to make my way, so carry on.
Okay.
And
Party!
Try not to get too wild and crazy in here. I'll be back.
Thanks for the warning.
No.
You're welcome.
Too funny. She's got the rent. Make sure she's got her phone in her pocket too.
Yeah, don't forget your phone, Kodi. Did she notice that I texted her and let her know that I had to restart the computer?
Yeah. And my phone is in the wheelchair. I don't put my phone in my pocket because the pockets are kind of floppy, and I don't want the phone to fall out because it's heavy. So
just remember to pick it up out of your wheelchair so you don't sit on it.
No, it's in the wheelchair in the pocket in the back.
Oh.
I got this. It's not my first rodeo, you know.
How are you going to get it out if it goes off? If it's behind you? Well, I can't do that, so.
I cannot do it comfortably, so nobody texts me. Oh, by the way, Michael, I have a new phone number, so you can't call me.
So why did my text go through then?
It shouldn't have.
I texted you to let you know that I had to restart, and you said that it did.
No, I saw it on Facebook. No, it didn't go through. And my landlord just pulled up out front, so I gotta go. Bye.
Okay.
Stash, the new craft room area is going. It's coming along, but it's coming along a little slow. Right now, she's got they're cat sitting. Well, her son is cat sitting, so the kitties are in the craft room.
Yeah, her craft room was kind of volunteered for a cat sit zone, probably without her permission, and so she can't access it. How much longer is that going to go?
I'm not 100% sure. Neither is she because nothing never gets discussed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And Wendy, we know you're a good girl. We just like to give you shit.
Yep.
Of course, we like to give Toad hell too. Because we can.
Yeah, if we go with Yodi, what cartoon character wasn't that little bear? Because
What little
Yoda
bear?
is Star Wars. Yodi is
I don't know
the
any
bear, I
Yogi.
think.
Yogi Bear.
Oh. So he would be unto himself. He would be his own being. A Yodi. Yo, Yodi. Yo,
Is it?
Yodi. Yo, Yodi. Where are you?
There was Yogi and Boo Boo with what? Ranger Smith?
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
don't
throwing
know.
myself backwards a little bit there.
I vaguely remember seeing them a few times as a kid, but they kind of weren't my thing.
I don't know. I watched a lot of cartoons. I watch a lot of TV. TV's on right now.
I've watched more
Finals.
TV in the past couple of years than I've probably watched in my entire life combined. I just never was big on TV.
I can't begin to tell you how many times I've watched this, but this is the final season of the originals. Can't tell you how many times I've watched it.
Well, I remember going to kindergarten. I was a half day kind of thing. I'd go in the morning.
Uh-huh.
I'd come home and sit down and eat lunch and watch Underdog. And
Awesome.
I was totally infuriated when I started the first grade, which was all day, and found out that I wasn't going to be able to go home and watch Underdog.
All right.
Well, it's not like we had VHS players or any of that stuff back in the day, so I didn't get to watch Underdog anymore. And it sucked. All because I was supposed to go to school and get educated. If they would have had online schooling back in my day, yeah, I would have been all over that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, being a nerd amongst nerds and brutally picked on, bullied
Yeah.
in school. Yeah, it would have been nice to have been able to at least avoid that part. Yeah, Underdog was the bomb when I was a kid. I mean, that was like
I watched Underdog and Mighty Mouse and Casper and Friends, and I watched them all. I loved my cartoons.
I didn't watch that many cartoons.
Mom
And I
said when I
loved
was a
Garfield
kid.
when Garfield came out, and I always liked Snoopy shows,
Mom said
but
that when I was
mostly
a kid,
the holiday movies.
the live action shows, Flipper was the one that I never missed.
I couldn't watch like animal ones like that, like Lassie and Flipper and stuff, because any threat of them being harmed in any way whatsoever, and I was done. The concept of animals getting harmed. I think that's why I liked Underdog, because Underdog was a superhero.
Right, Stash, Heckle and Jekyll, the Herculoids. Exactly. I watched those.
I never even heard of those.
Heckle and Jekyll were talking magpies and they were magical. And I enjoyed the Herculoids.
I never heard of them. I remember this one weird space that my sister and brother used to watch.
I watched Space Ghost too.
I think it was like Warning, Will Robinson or something like that. It was a robot. I don't know what the name of it was though. But they
Lost
loved
in
watching that, and
Space.
I thought it was stupid as
It was
fuck.
Lost in Space.
Yeah, that's it. They loved that. And I was like, I could do better things with my time. I don't know. It was stupid to me, even as a tiny kid. So, I don't know.
Yep, I said Stash. I watched Space Ghost.
Never heard of that one either. Or if I did hear of them, I don't remember them. You know, I could have watched like an episode and been like, no, not my thing.
I might have to.
Which I'm sure thrilled the parents to death that they didn't have to listen to a bunch of cartoons or tune around.
Oh no, I'm still a cartoon junkie, but today's cartoons pretty much suck.
Yeah, I've got some stuff like on DVD, but just to sit down and like watch a cartoon on TV, it's usually like a Christmas special show from back in the day, if they show them, which it's getting less and less and less. That's why I've been trying to get them on DVD where I can, because they just don't show them anymore. You know, used to be you could schedule it and watch it. And, nope. And my old VHS copies that I made way back when died a long time ago. So. But God only knows what they'll end up pulling now, where they're pulling a bunch of Disney stuff. They could stop a lot of other stuff too. So
yeah,
because me trying to find them at a price I can afford, which isn't much, can be quite challenging. I always find it fascinating that, I mean, DVDs, I mean, they're a dime a dozen everywhere, and they sell them for $1 or $2 in huge lots on YouTube. But can I find what I need for $1 or $2? No. They want 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, $100 for some of them. It's stupid. It's a freaking DVD. It's not like a bar of gold.
But
I liked Gomer Pyle or Gilligan's Island. I liked. I wasn't too fond of Gomer Pyle, the show itself, but I did like Andy Griffith.
I like
Green Acres was stupider than shit. I don't know what F Troop is.
It's a war thing.
I was more of a Little House on the Prairie kind of gal.
Oh, I liked it too.
That Troop was a cavalry type show. It had I can't remember the guy's name, but the Goofus. If you followed the comics in the newspaper, kind of along the lines of not Bela Bailey, but I'll think of it. Sorry.
All right. So basically, it was military oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been.
But war,
the Civil War type era
with Indians
and what have you.
The Indians would have been interesting, but yeah.
It was fun.
I don't know. I've never heard of it, so we may just not have got it here. There was a lot of stuff we didn't get here. I mean, growing up, I think we had like 3 channels.
Well, the same here. Honestly, same here.
Yeah, but even the East Coast, West Coast thing, there was a lot of stuff we didn't get in the Midwest that they got, you know.
We had.
Remember, I'm in Central Illinois. You're in Kansas. There's not much difference.
I know, but still, there was a lot of stuff we didn't get.
You know, I got St. Louis channels.
Chicago station and an Indianapolis
We
station.
didn't. Basically, all we got was Topeka, and then eventually, I think we picked up a Wichita channel. but that one didn't work 90% of the time. So
Hogan's Heroes was another one that was good.
Yeah, we watched a lot of
yeah,
Hogan's
Dad liked
Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes and MASH. Is that what
MASH
it's
is
called?
my favorite.
MASH.
I watched a few of the MASH with Dad, but
That
to
was
just
my
sit down and
favorite.
watch them myself, I never did. I didn't
Oh,
watch
I
a lot of TV. I watched, like I said, I've watched more TV. Like when I was taking care of the folks and they would be watching shows, I'd be sewing or beading or cross stitching or something. You know, I'd be in my own little bubble. Because a lot of the stuff that they watched, I didn't care for, or they were watching the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
All right. Well, I sent you a picture on Messenger. That's Heckle and Jekyll.
Oh, love that one. Magpies.
Yeah, aren't those birds?
Yeah.
Always in trouble.
The picture looks familiar. Like I remember those birds. But I don't think I ever sought them out.
They were on with like Yogi Bear and
Yeah.
them.
Well, you got to remember, I never sought out watching.
Cartoon.
You were always busy doing stuff, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. It had Roadrunner and
Looney
Taz
Tunes.
and.
You watched Looney Tunes.
No, I didn't watch.
Oh,
I never
you didn't?
sought out Looney Tunes. So if that gives you an idea of how,
Hanna-Barbera is Heckle and Jekyll.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera. Yeah. I don't know. I just never watched that much TV as a kid. You got to remember, though, I was the youngest. So the older siblings got dibs over me, and then the parents got dibs over everybody, especially Dad. Dad was a TV hog. So I think that's why I have such a broad imagination, because I spent more time, playing and imagining and that kind of thing than I did, watching cartoons. And I think because I didn't spend so much time sitting in front of the TV, that the whole gaming thing didn't hold a lot of appeal or long time appeal. I mean,
I'm not a gamer either. I have a PS4. I didn't even purchase it. It was bought for me. But my
I had a Nintendo
plays
8-bit. And thinking back, I think at one point I had like the first Sega system.
I had an Atari.
Yeah, I've heard about Atari, and I've played games like from Atari, like on, like Pac-Man and stuff.
Yeah. I loved
But it
Centipede.
was always on the machines, like at the bowling alley.
Yeah. I played arcade games when I would go to either the bowling alley or I'd go to the roller rink and go skating.
Yeah. The roller rink didn't happen so much as a kid. Usually I was drugged there because it was somebody's birthday party or a school event that they hauled us there. But
oh no, if I could get there on a Saturday, I was at the rink. Man, let me tell you. Loved going skating on Saturdays.
I got banned from the roller rink.
I wanted to be able to skate, but it hurt my ankles so bad. And then if I fell, so I just figured out that skating wasn't for me and didn't try anymore.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I couldn't skate. I could skate, but it was just so painful. Just skating. It was so painful on my ankles. Well, come to find out, genetically, I have weak ankles I inherited from my mother. I mean, they've x-rayed and they're very small, the bones and stuff. And with the weight that I've carried
That
most of
will
my
be
life.
my middle daughter. She has weak ankles. She literally she was at art camp, went to get up off of a sofa, rolled her ankle and chipped the ankle bone. Broke it.
Yeah, I fell and sprained my ankle so many times growing up, or I would just be walking and it would pop out or something, would twist out a joint or something, just walking. I wasn't making a turn or anything. I was just straight line walking, and my ankle would lock up and shoot a shot of pain clear up into my upper thigh. And I still have that. It's just way worse now than it was back in the day. But yeah, every time I step, they clack. So I don't have cartilage there hardly anymore. I hardly have any cartilage anywhere except the discs in my spine, and those are blowing out left and right. So I'm pretty sure I've got another disc protruding from getting rear-ended by the semi last August.
Yeah.
It's just with COVID and everything, I have to be sedated for MRIs, which I'm going to have to get done probably here in the next few months. I need to get a new one done on my full spine and both shoulders. When I go see my Gen Prac next month, I'm going to talk to him about it and see if maybe we can't arrange to get that done. Because I have to go to Topeka and I have to be sedated. So if they're going to do it, get it all done. I don't like getting put under, so.
I find it's harder and harder for me to come out from anesthetics.
I come out all right, but I panic when I first come to and try to shoot up off the bed, just sit up. And so I have to give them fair warning that that's probably going to happen, and just let me sit up, kick one leg off the side. I'm not going to get up. I just need to go vertical and kick one leg off to the side to cut the sharp pain in my hip.
Where are you at, Stash? But it's only 47 degrees. Careful, hold the wall. Because it's 64 here.
Yeah, we're like 71 today. I've got the house open, and there's not a lot of wind, though, so I have the fan running in the living room, and I'll probably have my ceiling fan on when I head to the bedroom here to start tacking fabric again. I need to get me something to eat, get my pills down first, though. I haven't even had breakfast yet, Christy. The only time I fractured a finger was a pinky, and one was because I hit it with a sledgehammer, and the other one was hitting a brick wall.
I'm surprised I didn't fracture any knuckles or anything when I punched lockers when I was pissed off.
Let me think. No, both pinkies were done hitting brick walls. It was the thumb that I hit with the sledgehammer. Yeah, that hurt.
Oh, hi.
Didn't do it once, but twice.
Has a process that she has to go through before she can eat.
Yeah. And I just, after the breathing treatment, did my pre-food pills. So I'm just at the zone now where I can think about fixing something. There's pills that I have to take at least a half an hour before I eat. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I have to do that with. And then I have a fistful that I have to take after I eat. And then I have another fistful to take before bed at night.
See, I have a hard time remembering where everybody's at because we talk to so many people.
Yeah, I'm doing good to keep real name, screen name matched up. That's why a lot of people, if I just cannot remember, like Ted, I think is Silver.
Yeah.
I remember that right now, but it's random whether or not I'm going to remember. It's just easier to go with that one.
Welcome back, Bear.
Hey, thanks.
Could have took a few more minutes and caught your breath.
I did take a few more minutes.
I split my head open on a headboard when my brother had me jumping on mom and dad's bed while they were out in the shop. So then when I was bleeding all over everywhere, because we all know head injuries bleed incessantly, I had to fess up and go tell mom and dad. Yeah, that didn't go over well. And then dad, the
Thank you,
person who
Wendy.
named me,
Thank
couldn't
you,
remember my name in the ER.
I cut the back of my head open when I was around 10, and the ice cream
Mine was
man
right
was
across
on
the forehead.
the ice cream man was on the street, and I didn't have that much money, but I wanted to get the Charms blow pops with the gum in them. I wanted to get two of those, one for me and one for my mom, because I was a generous kid like that. And Marty, really. And so I jumped on my bike, and because I'm gonna kill this cat. Get out.
It's going to become a pair of slippers.
I'm telling you. So I rode my bike up to meet the ice cream man. Not that he didn't come down our street, go around the circle, and go back up the street. I could have just stood in my driveway, but no, I had to ride my bike. And then he went down the street, and as he was coming up the street, the neighbor's English
Bulldog?
sheepdog. Fuck. I'm doing well. And their English sheepdog cut right in front of my bike, hit my front tire because it was going after the ice cream man truck. And I went right over the handlebars and did a flip and landed on the back of my head. And I was actually unconscious for a few minutes, I guess, because I remember sitting up and my mom coming running out of the house, and running up the street. And I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And she was like, "Hold on, let me put towels on the furniture. I don't want you getting blood everywhere." I'm like, "Thanks, Mom." I'm glad you're concerned about your furniture. Didn't go to the hospital for it. That's all I really remember about it is the English sheepdog. It wrecked my bike, and my mom freaking out about getting blood on the furniture.
Jeez.
But yeah.
My mom would run out in the truck. Well, she'd have to get a pair of scissors. She'd have to get a big black trash bag, and then she would cut the bottom off, and then cut up the side and put it in the seat, and then have you sit in the seat while you're standing there bleeding.
Well, when I got a big ass splinter in the bottom of my foot, like the whole length of my foot, my mom wouldn't even let me come in the house. She wouldn't let me come in the house because I'd get blood on the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
I had to wait for her to go in and get dressed and get ready to leave the house so she could take me to the hospital to get the splinter removed. And she put a plastic bag over my foot so I wouldn't get blood in her car.
Well, in the house, Mom didn't worry as long as we sat on the sofa because the sofa was Naugahyde, aka fake leather. The type that your ass sticks to.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's like the worst material you can make a couch or chair out of.
Yeah, she didn't
That
worry
and
about getting
leather.
blood on that because it was wipeable. Because it was very old, well-worn Naugahyde, so it was like slick. You didn't fall asleep on it, or you would just ooze down onto the floor, just like
It spit you out.
yeah. It's like go to sleep on the sofa and ski,
Oop, ouch, Christy.
or snow sled.
My cousin was riding what it used to be boys' bikes and girls' bikes because if it had the bar that went up the top, it was a boys' bike.
Yeah.
And if it had a bar that went down the bottom, it was girls' bike. So my cousin was riding a boys' bike, and she ended up going off the road and kind of crashing it, and she ran a certain part of her body into that bar. I was not told the details of what that injury was, but I know it hurt like hell because she was walking really funny for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah,
how?
I my brake jammed on my bike. So instead of a slow stop, it just jerk stopped, and I slid off the seat and racked myself on the bar, and yeah, and I bled too.
Timmy,
Mom took me in and got me checked even.
Quit being nosy. Dog's over here looking out the window again, like spying on the neighbors.
I love it.
But yeah, she took me in and checked to make sure I didn't crack my pelvis this or something. Because I hit hard. She was standing right there when it happened. And she was like, oh my God. And Mom was not an oh my God her type. So yeah, she knew that hurt. Yeah, exactly. How did we all survive childhood?
Right? Well, I chipped one of my front teeth, my permanent front teeth. I chipped it on my neighbor's head. The arch nemesis of my life when I was a child was being a little shithead, basically. And he was jumping around me and poking at me and just being an asshole. And I went to bend down for some reason, and he like jumped in front of me, and my mouth ended up smashing into the top of his head, and it cut open his head. He needed like 3 stitches in his head. His mother was bitching to my mother that I injured him, and all the other kids in the neighborhood are like, no, he did it. He put his head in front of her face, you know. So yeah, I didn't get in trouble because I didn't do it. That kid was a little shit though. He got beat up on a regular basis because he wouldn't leave me alone. Yep, no seatbelts, no helmets, no supervision. Didn't wear pads when we went roller skating or skateboarding or any of that.
Didn't have to wear helmets and knee pads and elbow pads and all that shit just to ride a fucking bicycle.
Yeah, it's kind of insane now. They've got safety seats and
We're like crinkling too loud for us to hear anything.
Oh, sorry. You know, there's none of those safety things.
And we had lawn darts.
And now, I mean, your parents walk you to the bus stop.
How did any of us survive lawn darts? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, really.
A couple of people didn't.
Yeah, a couple. Out of how many millions? Oh, we got to take them off the market. It's like, if you followed the instructions and used them correctly, this would not happen. But no, people got to be stupid and ruin all the fun for the rest of us.
Right?
Oh, and drinking out of the hose.
What's funny is we think our childhoods were rough.
Water directly out of the hose. Days. Water directly out of the hose. That's so, you know, oh, don't drink that.
Well, unless the water is actually fucking nasty, because there is some tap water that is god awful. Okay.
We had well water. Growing up, we had well water.
But
the water was good.
You know, like I said, there is some tap water that's just god fucking awful, and you ain't drinking that.
My tap water is disgusting.
But you know, you drink.
Hi, Kevin. Kevin, I fucking love you. And totally derailing the conversation would be never-ending saga.
Yeah, even in the polar vortex that we had, yeah, mine were still looking at my feet, so.
Just sharing. Okay, honey. You just share right along there, darling.
God.
Didn't we ask earlier where Kevin was when we were talking about Wendy's 10-inch vibrator?
Yep.
Yeah. And here he is.
Maybe his ears were burning.
Maybe so, because we were talking about.
Well, if something else was burning, he needs to go to the doctor. So I think he's okay. I hope. I did, Stash. I did.
Yes, I did.
Clackers, yep.
What the fuck is a clacker?
The two.
It's a toy that clacks.
The either glass or very hard plastic balls on string that you.
Oh.
They clack.
Okay. Yeah, I think nowadays they call those clappers, don't they? Or I don't know, maybe that's a light switch thing.
They don't call them anything because they took them off the market because too many kids were hitting themselves in the head with it.
Well, they revamped them.
Yeah.
and now they're on plastic still, but they're made weird. They're different. That's all I can't even begin to explain how they're made now. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
So my rent's been paid. Joy to the world. Don't have to worry about that. The only bill I have left right now is my internet. I should check to see if they posted that yet because it's the 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were perky tits today, not sugar tits.
Sugar tits is
for
turkey.
perky. It is. That would be sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's sweet when they're perky.
That's right.
It's painful when
Definitely is. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yesterday you were bitch tits. Was
Well,
somebody grinding on your nerve? That's not good when somebody's dangling on your nerve and making you all bitchy. We don't like that.
Yeah, we don't like Grumpy Kevin. We don't like bitchy tits either. I swear to God, my dog was a little old lady in a previous life. The nosy ones that look out the window at the neighbors.
Oh. Methodically chose to be it. All right.
A biznitch? Biznitch? Sounds like a medical condition. If you got bizzing and itching going on, man, you definitely need to see a doctor.
Interesting.
So, has they posted your new billing?
They did, and I'm checking the balance on my card, and the main amount for my Walmart order is not on here. But the two smaller adjustments that I did are. Originally, my Walmart order was $101, I think, or $98, and then I added something to it, and it was $397. Added onto that, the $397 charge is there, and then I added more stuff when my son told me stuff that we needed, and that was another $18.22, and that charge is there, but the original $98 charge is not there
yet.
Now, why would they take those out and not the original one? Billing is weird. Billing is weird.
The stimulus shit. Which one are you talking about, Christy?
1, 2, or 3.
I just wanted to double check and make sure that I had money in my account and didn't fuck myself this month. I'm good.
The 1400 one I got on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, same here.
don't know why I always remember that little security code on the back, but then I second guess myself and double check it.
I do the exact same, Cody.
And payment is made. Boom, voila. Thank you very much. And I just, okay. Hold on. I gotta write down my confirmation number because that email does not come to me.
I heard that too, Stash, but I ain't hold my breath.
What?
A fourth stimulus.
Really? That would be nice.
Yeah, but it'll probably be this fall or winter.
Did you hear that?
Kind of hard to miss.
Not the dog, the loud metallic sound.
Oh. All I heard was my spoon clacking on my plate.
The sound of something in my craft room hitting the floor.
Oh, that's not good.
I am not pleased. It is not the first time I've heard something hit the floor in there.
Well, was the room kitty-proofed to
Of
have
course not.
them in there?
How the hell am I
think
going to
so.
cat-proof it? I mean, I just brought stuff in there, and most of it is in boxes that are relatively closed. But there's still some stuff that's sticking out of boxes and stuff because I wasn't expecting to have cats in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, no, it's not what you would call cat-proofed. Although I'm sure they're getting their hair all over the damn cat tree, which isn't theirs, but bought the thing for our cats, and our cats haven't even used the damn thing much.
What, you can't type with your mouth full, Wendy?
Yeah. Well, they don't give confirmation numbers anymore. That's lovely. Fuck off, Spectrum. But that's done. Now all my bills are paid. My rent's paid. I'm good. I hate adulting.
Yeah, I've been getting them, Kevin, and I don't have to file. I just do homestead. Because it pays my property taxes.
That's a really annoying sound, Willow. Stop
Sorry.
scraping.
Well, I'm trying to be careful, but my hands aren't exactly cooperating.
I'm like,
Sorry, I'm trying to get the cottage cheese off of a plate.
I don't even have that many teeth left in that set. What few I have on edge, I'm like, ugh. My street's too damn noisy. I never notice the noise unless my son's not gaming. And it's so quiet in the house, so I notice every little tiny noise. I know. I knew that scraping. Ugh.
Here, I'll do it this way. I'll hold the spoon by the food and I'll scoop it onto the spoon with a corn chip.
There you go.
Is that quieter?
I don't know yet. Did you already do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yes.
Awesome.
So what really sucks is that I'm gonna have to get in the wheelchair again tonight. Otherwise, I won't be eating until midnight. And we ate it tiny. Well, I ate it like 10:30 last night, but it wasn't that much food, and I'm hungry. This freaking dog, man. Rogue. And my dog just sits in here like, why is she making so much noise?
Did you get well, you would have closed the screen door, so I don't know why it would be going off now.
It's not the door. There are people outside.
Oh.
Wandering about. Ow, that hurt. That sneeze snuck up on me. He heard me what? Stash. What, the dog heard me say I was hungry, and he said, all of our dogs are female. And no, she's just barking at noise outside. There's chihuahuas out there. Thank you, Wendy. There's kids, there's adults, and they're probably all drunk. So, yes, even the chihuahuas. Don't put past them. I've got neighbors congregating on that side. I've got neighbors congregating on that side. So, yeah.
I'm done eating now.
Okay.
Now I just got to take a fistful of pills.
Yeah, I went up there. I went to grab some water. Couldn't find the water. I'm like, we did not go through an entire case of water. What the hell? And then I remember my son said he had put water in the fridge. So if I needed a cold water, there were water when I was out waiting for the landlord and whatever. I'm like, or pizza, whatever I had to wait for. I'm like, so I look in the fridge. The entire case is in the fridge. I'm like, well, that's going to be awkward when we get groceries if that's still in there on Friday. Because I ordered a good amount of food.
Well, at least he was kind enough to put one in the fridge for you. He just put one as in the whole case instead of one as in a bottle.
Yeah. He's never done that. The cases of water are always just laying around. And I'm like, so he didn't put it in there for me. He put it in there for him. And it sounds like he was being kind. Well, while you're waiting, yeah. That was because I would have been like, where the fuck is the water? And I would have been pissed. So that's why he let me know it was in there.
Ulterior motive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there always is.
It's still gnome shopping.
She's down a gnome hole. Wendy doesn't go down rabbit holes. She's going down a gnome hole. You're not getting Wendy. Your number of gnomes keeps going up. You're not getting 24 gnomes. You know you're not. Toad will use them for target practice. and say he had some kind of like sleepwalking dream that he was in playing Fortnite or some crap, and the gnomes were the enemy. Or that the gnomes were the zombies. However, and they'll all be gone. Marty, seriously, stop it.
So does that mean he's gonna like upgrade from Dragon Balls to Gnome Balls?
That wouldn't be an upgrade. Though he could use the Dragon Balls to get rid of the gnomes. Oh, he hates Fortnite? Well, I know he plays that zombie game, or he did, so he could pretend that they were zombies and be like, well, I thought they were zombies. No, Snow White had dwarves, not gnomes. There's a difference, Dash. What is wrong with you? Who are you? Gnomes are different than dwarves.
Yeah. What she said.
Yeah. No one needs 24 gnomes.
No one needs 24 gnomes?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Not that big, Wendy. Not unless all your gnomes are 2 inches high. Besides, you can't get the gnomes you want for your garden because you have to make your garden child-friendly.
So maybe she's
So
gonna
there.
make a secret gnome garden.
Yeah, in her house, and Jack's gonna walk through there and kick them all. Gnome bowling. That would be kind of amusing, actually. Well, damn, Wendy, then that 10-incher must be a monster to you. Yeah, you're never getting away from that one now. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yeah, when they come out your nose from the other end, yeah, they're a little too big.
The physics of that is just not working for me. I'm like, no. There are so many directions this conversation could go in right now.
I'm sitting
Where is
here.
Tina? Her snow pea's not that small.
I'm
Sorry,
sitting here.
Tina.
I'm hearing Wendy say that in her little accent. But to a small person like me, it's a big one. You know.
I'm here. I was typing in the chat.
Typing in the chat doesn't count. Tina. There you go.
Kodi.
Yes.
Rabbit hole.
No, that's your fault. And you sent her that picture and sent her down a gnome hole.
I sent her that yesterday.
And she's still there. Look what you did.
She does that on her own.
Cat, really?
Of course.
I need a vacation. It is, but it's my monster. You go, girl. I'm going to talk to Jack about this 10-inch monster of yours and see if you're telling me the truth. There's way too much traffic on my damn street. What the hell?
Everybody's coming out of their caves.
Yeah.
It's warming up.
Yeah, but we
And
haven't
they
heard
are-
the motorbike for a while.
Oh no, that was early. And we heard a crotch rocket.
Oh, my cat is going crazy. Hi, Wendy.
It's a big one, but I'm a small person. To a small person, it's really big.
What exactly are you talking about currently?
My garden, Kodi.
Oh, just checking. Just checking.
I was gonna say, last check it was talking about gardens.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not what I said before she said it was a monster, so.
Oh, you're talking about my vibrator. That's a big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, your
Yes, small
personal
person.
massager.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. It is currently 78 degrees here, which in Wendy language is 26 degrees. That's what my temperature is
It's
in.
cold.
Not here, it's
Oh,
not.
there.
It's cold here.
70 here right now with a high of 71. And it's turned totally cloudy, so whether or not that extra degree will actually happen or not, who knows?
We've had rain and wind.
I have wind, but the rain seems to be gone.
We've had
Oh, shit, I
threats
need to-
of rain and storms for like the past 2 or 3 days, and yeah, we haven't even gotten a drizzle. Which is totally pissing
Leave the
Sis
food
off
dish
because she's having to
alone.
water the forever living that she just planted. She's like, should I put water on them? This was like Sunday when she did this. She's like, should I put water on them? And I'm like, yeah, I would water them at least a little bit because there's no guarantees that those storms are actually going to get here. And good thing that I had her do that because, yeah, nada.
Where'd Michael go? He disappeared while I was gone?
She's like, the minute I plant things
yeah.
in the ground, it quits raining.
Long time ago.
Lightweight. Probably got
I gotta
mad because I
ask
said I
Wendy.
changed my number and he couldn't call me. It's not like he can't Facebook message me. Freaking chihuahuas.
Yeah, I'm guessing that means that the number that I have isn't any good anymore.
Yeah, I got a new phone.
Well, some people just transfer their existing number.
Yeah, no, I would have had to call my provider and talk to their customer care people, and I can't understand anything they say. So
Yeah.
I bought a new phone and I got new service and I got a new number. I'll message you guys with the new number.
Okay.
I just haven't done it yet. The only phone numbers in my phone right now are my landlord and my mother. That's it. I'll get there.
I can relate. I hate trying to, set up a new phone, figure out how it works and all that shit.
Well,
I gotta ask you, Wendy, garden. Are you referring to your yard as a garden, or are you referring to
Yeah,
a,
her lawn.
like a vegetable garden?
her lawn, her yard.
Come on.
Okay.
My yard.
I thought that's
Front
what they
yard,
call a
backyard.
garden over there, but I had to clarify.
At the back
Yeah.
of my house.
Yeah, your backyard. No,
Yeah.
Callie.
Yeah, my back.
Wendy's planting things in her back garden.
Well, if we see a 10-inch dildo poking out of the ground, we'll know that she, she might put a whole little patch of them in.
Because her garden has to stay kid friendly. There are children in her neighborhood that would be able to see everything in there. So she can't have perverted things in her garden.
Yeah, but I could see her dreaming of wanting to have like this little flower bed that is nothing but gnomes and dildos sticking up out of the ground.
No, I'll just do that in my bedroom.
There you go.
But
Yeah,
no,
and watch Toad fall out of bed and land right in the middle of it and get spiked. Try to explain that to the ER. I got impaled on a dildo.
Toad, you need to climb up in here and defend yourself. Seriously.
Right?
Could you imagine the ER, the operator on the phone, 911 operator? Don't pull it out.
Look at her.
Nosy. It's all right, Simmy. I don't care what Mom says. You keep an eye on the neighbors.
Did you hear that? Her little poof.
Uh-huh.
Well, the neighbor, Luke, that lives next door, the one that mows my yard, he's out there, like, detailing his car, and there's kids running around, and they got a new puppy, a little Rottweiler puppy, and so she's all like, what's going on over here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently nothing interesting, because she just laid down, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, are the neighbors not entertaining you anymore?
No.
Which means Marty will settle down because she's in a box off on the other
Marty's
side
always, Marty's always in a box.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
but she
look.
was poking out, watching Simmy watching outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Marty's right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we know. I see
I don't know
you
where
I
the
do.
other demon cat is.
behind your right shoulder.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Right here, Mom.
I say right there behind your right shoulder. Now she's to the left and coming around a bit.
Now she's done it to food bowl. I'm like, I'm not going to look at her because if I do, she'll be all up in my face.
All up in your bubble.
Oh, that cat's always in my bubble, but it's like just the whole room is for the cat's amusement. That's
Mine is
Maybe-
over here on Tim's pillow.
don't let her pee.
She's curled up asleep.
I'm never gonna forget that it was like one of the first video chats we did, and you were like, "Oh crap, the cat just peed on Tim's side of the bed."
She did too. She was mad at Tim for something and she pissed
Yep.
on his side of the bed.
I was like, "Well, she's mad at Daddy."
She was too.
Cat revenge.
Yep.
Been there, done that.
My
I don't
cat
have
Wolfie
that
used to
problem
get
on
mad
mine
at me.
anymore. It's always on Sis's now.
They must get mad at Sis awful lot.
She doesn't know how to read what they need very well.
Maha.
So they get pissed off at her. They don't mess her bed though because they get mad at her. Usually the messes are from Winnie Sue. She has
Oh, Chrissy,
issues.
are you gonna put the little duckies in the fountain? That would be so adorable. You have to get video of that. Little baby ducks in the fountain, just floating around.
Oh, that'd be
That would be-
adorable.
Adorable.
Yeah, it would. I have good ideas.
Well, I bet you have been because you haven't been saying anything.
Yeah. You have been ignoring us, Christy. It's okay, though. I know people have lives. I don't, but I know people do.
I don't have one either. Mine consists of going to the doctor or sitting here talking to Kodi.
Hey, that's a good life. At least the talking to me part.
Yeah, the only time I get to talk to you guys is when we're on a panel. Nobody messages me anymore.
You can't say I didn't entertain you the other night, Tina.
Oh my God. I was dying when she was going through this new phone of hers.
What the fuck is a widget?
These little dot thingies right here.
She's holding up her phone showing me what stuff is. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, where's the screen? My stuff disappeared. I can't find. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I've never
And she's
figured out
just-
why they use that term. It sounds too much like a wedgie.
She was just over there just a giggling away. I'm like, am I entertaining you? She goes, yes. I'm like, oh. Well, Christy, not if you watch them and they start to sink, you just pick them back up. Get them a little baby ducky fountain.
Get a kiddie pool and put a half an inch of water in it.
Yeah, they don't have the oils built up on their feathers when they're itty bitty.
Yeah.
I remember when my oldest had spaghetti for the first time, and my dad was just like, just eat it with your hands. And she was like, she wouldn't touch it because she didn't want to get messy.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, Dad, you got to cut it up so she can eat it with her spoon. He goes, it's spaghetti. You don't cut it up. You eat it with a fork. I'm like, she's like a year and a half old. I'm like, no. And I turned my back for a minute, and apparently he had made her eat a noodle, and it was too long, and she started choking. And so I'm like running over, tilt her head back, grabbed the noodle, and pulled it. It was all the way down her throat.
Uh-huh.
And I looked at him. I was like, no, don't try to feed the child. Just leave her alone. I'm like, I got it. And I took her plate away and cut up her food. I'm like, oh my God. It's not the first time my dad, well, when she was 3, she swallowed a penny. And if we had listened to my dad, my daughter would not have lived past 3 years old. So I was like, I'm taking her to the hospital. And he's like, she'll be fine. Just let her eat dinner.
But it blocked, didn't it?
Yeah, it was down here, but it was turned this way, like face outwise. She could sip water because I gave her a couple of sips of water because I was worried about it being, blocking. And she was able to keep the water down. It didn't give that reflex to come back up. And he's like, she'll be fine. Just let her eat dinner. But she laid down to take a nap before dinner and woke up screaming. And I'm like, no, the penny is still there. And I'm taking her to the hospital. Well, my parents had custody of her at the time. And I'm bundling up. We're going, And my father's like, I'll call the cops. I'm like, tell them to meet me there. I don't give a damn as long as my kid gets seen, Oh, I was not stopping for anything. And my mom was like, I'll take them, Jack. It's fine. Blah, blah. Yeah, my dad's name was Jack. Well, his name was John, but everybody called him Jack. She's like, I'll take her. It's fine. I'll be with them the whole time. Da, da, da. Yeah, it turned out it was stuck this way. And if he had forced her to eat, it would have caused a blockage, and she would have died. So they were going to have to take her to the children's hospital and sedate her, and then they tilt their head all the way back, and they take these really long tongs and go down the throat and grab the penny or coin or whatever is blocking and pull it out. Luckily, while she was wandering around in the waiting room, she moved the right way and it dropped. So when they did the second x-ray before they called the helicopter to come get her, which I would not have been able to go on, only my mother would have been able to go. My mother was a basket case. I mean, she's got custody of the child. She's supposed to be responsible for medical emergencies. And she was so freaked out when the doctor said that, my daughter could have died, that she completely lost her mind. She blanked. She couldn't answer any questions. So I'm sitting there answering questions, and they're like, well, we thought she was, and I was like, I'm her mother. Bye, Stash. Have a good night.
Stash.
And, so I looked at my mother and I said, you call that man right now and tell him he almost killed his granddaughter. Thank you very much. Don't ever argue with me about taking her to seek medical attention again. And she did. And we came home and he was in tears. So, yeah. I do not fuck around. When one of my kids needs medical attention, I would have gladly gotten arrested for that without a problem, But I did not have to because my mother was smart enough to know that there was not going to be any stopping me. And I was not going to pull over for them if I had a cop behind me. I was not stopping until my kid got to the hospital.
What I don't understand is how your parents ended up with custody of her anyways when your dad didn't get it and your mom was a basket case.
What do you mean?
Why you didn't end up getting her back then?
They already had custody. My parents had money.
Yeah, I know.
Enough said. Although a lot of times, Chrissy, you don't have to go to the hospital, but it got stuck. And if you try and put any solid food or anything and it's stuck, it can kill you. So I wasn't taking the chance.
Yeah, it would have stayed on its side, vertical with liquid, but you put solid and it's going to flap shut.
Yep.
Yep.
So.
And if it was stuck, the hole wasn't big enough, so if it would have flipped over, it would have been 100% blockage.
Because, I mean, I specifically asked the doctor, I said, if she had eaten food, what would have happened? He goes, she would have died, because we were out in the boonies. I mean, there was no hospital close to us, and I think we had 2 ambulances in our town. So, and we were not close enough to them for them to have gotten there in time.
Yeah, timeline would have been the problem.
Yep. So that's why I told my mother to call my father and tell him that.
That would have freaked me the hell out.
Oh, it did. It freaked me out, and it pissed me off, considering he's the one that gave her the penny in the first place.
Why give a baby a penny? I mean, that's...
She was supposed to put it in her bank, but he didn't supervise her to make sure she put it in her bank or tell anybody else in the house she had it. I was sitting in there watching TV, and she came in and put her pillow on the floor, and she was laying kind of like I could see her in my peripheral,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she gets up and she comes over and she stands in front of me, and she's just standing there, like next to me. She's just standing there, and I'm like, "What, sweetie?" And she goes, "I did something bad." And I'm like, "What did you do that was bad?" She goes, "I swallowed my penny." I'm like, "I'm sorry, what penny?" And she goes, "Grandpa gave me a penny and I ate it." And I'm like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Does your chest hurt?" And she goes, "Uh-huh." And he's blown it up. I gave her a couple of sips of water, and she was okay that way. I said, "Okay, honey, what?" It's nap time, and when you wake up, we'll be eating dinner. But she didn't laugh. I mean, she was asleep for about 20 minutes. And apparently she moved in her sleep. And, screaming. Woke up screaming.
Wow.
And I was like, "Nope, I'm going to the hospital right now." So it was really scary. And of course, we're sitting in the emergency room, and when people found out why my 3-year-old was there, we heard everybody's stories about either they swallowed a coin or someone they knew swallowed a coin. And way too many people are putting money in their mouths. Money's disgusting. What is wrong with people?
It's true.
Yeah.
Money is gross.
It is.
It is disgusting.
Yep. And yet, I'm still going to touch it. Might change
Don't
when the
forget your
weather
hand
is-
sanitizer.
I don't own any.
I was being sarcastic.
It's all right. One of the reasons it took so long is, 1, 2 trucks were in front of my house. I have no idea, probably his father in the other truck. And 2, he came and grabbed the rent, gave me the change, and was leaving. I was like, next month, could you give me the receipt for this month and next month? And he goes, "Oh, I can give you the receipt now." He goes, "You need it for last month too?" I'm like, "No, just this month." Because he was so high. I was like, because if you weren't going to give it to me this month, then next month I would need 2 months rent receipts. He goes, "Oh, I got you." No, he didn't. He had no idea what I was talking about. But he went down and got my receipt, which he should have already had in his hand when he came to get the rent.
Should have.
Yeah. I hand him, the rent money, and he hands me $15. I'm like, somehow this doesn't seem like an even exchange. He goes, "Well, I got taxes and mortgages to pay." And
You were making a joke.
yeah, I'm sitting there going, "And you've got 2 shiny new trucks you just bought," because he didn't have the 2 trucks that were sitting in front of my house before. He's got a box truck. He's got another work truck that has like all the little compartments on the sides of it.
Uh-huh.
He owns, I don't know how many properties in this town and several others. I'm like, really? You bought your daughter a horse because she went, "Daddy, I think I want a pony." So he bought her a horse. I'm like, yeah, you're hurting for money. Don't bullshit me. My mother does shit like that. It's like, "Oh, I'm so broke. I only have $200 to spend on groceries this week." And I'm like,
Some of us would like to have $200 to spend on groceries a week.
Yeah,
A week.
a week. I'm like, I don't even have $200 to spend on groceries a month, you know? Which, when I'm on my own, won't be such a bad thing. I mean, I lived off $80 a month. Because when I used to get food stamps and I was living on my own, I only got $80 a month, and that's what I used for my food. Pretty much exclusively, that's all I used to. I didn't use cash to buy my food. I didn't have it, so I survived on $80 a month. I ate a lot of tilapia.
Blech.
I love tilapia. I make a good fried tilapia.
I just don't like fish unless it's a fish stick.
Mm.
And that's as close as I get to fish.
You have the Tina. You have the palate of a 5-year-old.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't like fish. I mean, once in a while, if my dad fries catfish, but it's got to be my dad's catfish. But,
Oh my God. I just connected some dots. Christy said I swallowed a nickel. Still have it. Pretty sure they did not take me to the hospital. If you still have it, woman, that means you shit it out and kept it.
You just realized that conclusion?
Yeah.
A little slow on the uptake there, Willow.
Yeah.
we all have our moments where our hair is slow.
Well, I got the recipe for the tilapia. John and I used to hang out with this guy here in town that he met during his AA meetings, and he had a pool table. So we used to go and play pool. And there was this girl that one of the other guys really, really liked that was staying at his house. And she was making fish one day, and I was like, I'm not a real big fan of a lot of different fishes. I mean, I liked haddock and I like cod because that's what I was used to up north, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I had never had tilapia before. And she's like, well, just taste it. And so I did. And I was like, can you make more of this? I mean, is it possible? So she did. And I got the recipe from her. And it's so simple. It's self-rising flour with Weber's garlic and herb seasoning in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then just an egg and milk wash that you put on, you know, to keep the coating on it. And you fry it. And that's it. And it's really good. So I lived on that, jasmine rice, and peas.
But yeah, no.
Every once in a while, I'd make chicken, and burgers. I used to get hamburgers and stuff. But mostly I ate fish. Which, I mean, the frying part's not great for you, you know, but... And fish, tilapia is not real high in like omega-3s or anything. It's not a real superfood fish or anything. But better than some of the crap that, you know, people eat these days.
If I get a severe craving for fish, I would go to like Long John Silver's and get some perch.
Yeah, see, we have Long John Silver's and we have Captain D's, which is pretty much the same thing as Long John Silver's.
Our Long John Silver's is now closed. Our Pizza Hut is closed. We're running out of fast food places here.
Yeah.
Our Long John's closed last year. No,
Yeah,
year before, and then was replaced with a Wendy's. They totally tore it all down and built a Wendy's there.
Oh no, our Wendy's has been here forever.
Our Wendy's closed, and then they put one in out at a truck stop out on the west side of town, and then that one closed, and then we didn't have Wendy's for, oh God, probably a good, I don't know, 6 years or so.
Well, Long John Silver stuff is so salty to me. Hey, Paul. Okay.
Hey, Paul.
I can do that.
Hi, Paul.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I don't know if I have your email, Paul. Oh, I do. Is it info at and then your name.com?
Yep.
Okay. I do. I'm like, okay, random, but I like presents. So long as it's not a glitter bomb.
Oh, God.
And it doesn't have any of Christie's nickels in it.
Yeah. There.
Computer
Mine did
went-
that earlier today, Paul. I get it.
Yeah. I sent you an email. Thank you.
Well, have fun at the auction.
Yeah.
Yep, have fun, Paul.
I hope you sell stuff. My eye is just driving me crazy.
Yeah, I
I'm
have
gonna
one
like
of
pluck
those.
up my eyeball. I wanna take up my eyeball and put it in one of those like golf ball washers and just
Clean
shush
it?
it and clean it all up and stick it back in there. I'm like, ugh.
Okay, Paul.
That sounds a lot like that one-legged teacher from Harry Potter.
Mad Eye
Does it
Moody.
stand on its own?
Mad Eye Moody. Sometimes.
Yeah, Mad Eye Moody.
You mean I knew the name of a Harry Potter character that you did not?
Today, yes, because me thinking of words and, for example, Christy's little sentence that she typed in the chat that took me an hour to figure out. Today is not my day for good mental processing, apparently.
Okay.
Hey, I have days like this where my brain just does not.
I have days like that too. I just stay offline when I have those days. I'm like, nope.
Yes, but I wanted to socialize, and I seen somebody was going live, and I was like, yeah, fuck, I'm on there. Mush brain or not.
Mush brain's allowed, I mean,
figured
we'll pick
nothing
on
else would be good for a laugh.
we'll pick on you about it, but you're welcome. It's you anytime.
Pick all you want. I can take it.
Wendy,
Yeah.
just checking, make sure you're awake.
Yeah, I'm still awake.
What are you doing?
And I'm not going to turn red to it like a lobster like Wendy does when we pick on her.
I'm relaxing.
You relax anymore, you're going to be in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good idea, Christy. Very good idea.
When I first read that, I thought it said Cole's Boxers. And I'm like, what, are you mad at your brother or something? Significant other? I don't know. Something. I thought it said Boxers at first.
Anything is possible.
It's like, you don't have to cut them. They already got a hole in them.
My package is now out for delivery instead of will be delivered by, it says arriving today by 10 p.m. still, but it now says out for delivery, which is different from will be delivered today.
Yeah. That means
9
it's on the
stops
truck.
away. Hey, they got a tracker on this thing. It's 9 stops away.
Ew.
Nice. I didn't know they did that.
So, like, order your pizza now, and it'll be there probably by the time the pizza comes, and strategize it.
Yeah.
Well, that way
Yeah,
you can grab them both in one go.
Now it'll be 8 stops away. The truck just moved.
Ew. Yeah, they probably stole that idea from the Santa sleigh thing at Christmas.
Domino's does it too, but the tracker doesn't always work.
Hmm.
It told me that our order one day was still in quality check, and the guy knocked on the door to deliver it. I'm like, and I had to like rush to get in the wheelchair. I'm like,
Yeah, you can't depend on those, unfortunately.
but there's no other way for me to do it. You know, it's like,
I know.
because usually they're within their time frame that they say that they'll be here, because you get the email that says estimated time of delivery. Usually they're pretty good about being in that, but there's been one time that I waited over an hour past delivery time, and I kept calling the store going, where's my food? I ended up getting a free pizza. So, yeah. But it's been 3 hours, so I think I am going to end this. Besides, I only have 1 cigarette left. So my 4 cigarettes lasted 3 hours. I think we're doing pretty good. Or 5 cigarettes. Whatever. I still have 1 left, though. But I think I'm going to end it at the 3:01 here mark, somewhere in there. And I will be doing a live again on Saturday morning, which Tina will probably be sleeping in. I don't know if Willow will be up. Wendy should be awake, so she can come play with me. It will probably be around 9 o'clock Eastern. So anybody that's
8
awake.
o'clock in the morning? Are you kidding?
Well, for you it would be 8 o'clock. For me, it's 9. For Wendy, it's almost in the afternoon. So, well, it is in the yeah, it is in the afternoon. So, you know. Well, Wendy will be there. You people can just sleep away.
Gotta sleep sometime.
But I hope everybody has a good night, and we will continue to do Wicked Wednesdays instead of that stupid camel thing, because they can keep their stupid camel. But have a good night, everybody, and don't do anything I
Bye,
wouldn't
all.
do, which leaves your options completely open.